else that's happened out in the wild that has been scary or that has almost ended badly?
I could lend 4 hours worth of time, but here's one. This is a good one. So I see that sign in your background there that says Grizzly, and it's kind of a little blurry, but is that a bear standing up
Yeah.
on its hind legs on that sign
Yeah.
right there, that Grizzly sign?
Yep.
So back to my favorite location that I've been to, Alaska. My team and I were, I mean, we're not talking a populated area of Alaska. We're talking backcountry Alaska, off of a logging road, way out in the middle of nowhere, filming B-roll, getting towards sunset. My team and I are on the side of a river. Remember what I told you, the rivers there are massive. So all of that sound is pretty deafening for the most part. So downriver, and with downriver comes downwind because it's grabbing all of the air and sucking it with it. We're walking upriver, and as we are, from around this curve comes a huge mother grizzly bear and her 3 cubs. And
Oh,
when I
that's
say
not good.
cubs, I'm not talking first year little baby cute and cuddlies. I'm talking probably the size of German shepherds. Like, we're talking 4 good sized bears. I mean, the mother's huge. The
Man.
grizzlies in Alaska are bigger than the grizzlies that are in the United States. And she's within 100 yards and closing. And we're like, oh crap. Like, this is that moment. Did you ever see the movie The Revenant with Leonardo DiCaprio?
Yeah. Yeah.
So that scenario where he gets attacked, the mother bear is the most dangerous thing you can encounter in nature because
Yep.
she will do everything she can to protect her babies. They're all coming towards us. They can't smell us. They can't hear us. So we've got bear spray. And I'll get to bear spray in a minute as to how effective that is or isn't.
So they don't see you yet. You guys only see them.
We can only see them. And dude, nothing will make your heart race faster than when you are on an open river embankment, no trees, nothing, and you see 4 huge bears coming in your direction. So, and this isn't like, oh, cool, maybe I'll jump into the water and swim off. We're talking like rip-roaring water. It's going to kill you if you jump into this river, right?
Wow.
And she's coming towards us. We've got nowhere to go. And when she finally gets to within like about 75 yards, I would say, we're like, okay, we have to really let her know we're here. We start screaming, yo, bear, hey, screaming at the top of our lungs. And at first, it was one of the cubs that recognized us because it stopped and it's looking. And then the mother's like looking around because they don't have very great eyesight. Then finally, she realizes who we are. She stands up on her back legs. And dude, when you see a bear get up on its back legs, it's impossible to explain the feeling other than your heart like drops into your stomach.
And they're like, what,
And you're like,
14, 15 feet tall when they do that?
No, I mean, she's probably pushing the 8-foot mark, 7.5,
Okay.
8 feet. I mean, we're talking Shaquille O'Neal size, but easily probably 600 pounds, 550 to 600, right? She was big. And like I said, the bears in Alaska are bigger than the bears in the United States. That's the other thing that people don't realize. The grizzlies in the US are big. They're bigger in Alaska. It's just a slightly different subspecies. And this bear makes that crucial decision. Do I take my cubs and run, or do I attack? And like, there's that moment that you're standing there as a human and you're like, this could be it. I'm either going to have to try to fight a bear or take on an attack from not one, but maybe all these bears. She might be training her cubs on how to kill something that we found ourselves in. Thank God she drops to her feet, takes her cubs, runs in the opposite direction, and they're gone. They don't come back. But what we didn't realize at the time, or didn't even think about, was that, man, what would have happened if she stowed the cubs and came back to try to eliminate us as a threat? So it was probably one of the scariest situations I've ever been in.
Wow. And you guys had bear spray on you said?
We did. So here's the thing about bear spray. Now, they will always tell you in the backcountry to carry bear spray when you're in, Alaska. What's funny is that the people in Alaska that sell you bear spray, they're selling you bear spray almost like you're a tourist, right? Because any locals in Alaska will be like, you guys don't have a gun? You need guns. Guns are what stop bears. We're like, well, the bear spray. I imagine bear spray was like hornet spray. That it would go like 20 yards. And like if a bear is coming, you'd be like, bam, and you could like direct it at its eyes, right? It would be a long stream of like toxic liquid. No. After this bear scenario, and once we had wrapped up in Alaska, we couldn't bring the bear spray back on an airplane. So we're like, dude, let's set one of these things off just to see what would happen. When you pull the pin and you disperse your bear spray, it's just this plume of like dust with chili pepper and whatever in it. It's like, you know, almost like police grade pepper spray, but a little stronger. What happens is that the bear runs through that, but that bear has to be close enough to you to go through it, because if you disperse it too early, the wind will catch it and either blow it right back at you, maybe in the direction of the bear, or just off to the side, and then boom, the bear's going to hit you. So your only hope with the bear spray is that as the bear's getting really close, you can disperse it. The bear's going to hit it. The bear's still going to hit you, but the bear's hopefully so disoriented and so messed up from having this in its eyes and its nose that like you can get yourself away from the situation. Honest to goodness. Now, there could be other brands of bear spray that do something different. This is just going off of the 2 canisters that we had that we set off. Because the first one, we were like, we set it off, it goes and drifted away. And it also got in our eyes and nose a little bit. We're all coughing very mildly. And we're like, wait, that was it? Maybe this one's like expired or broken. Did it again? Same thing. No joke.
Wow.